Phew. Looks like you were right to come out of this cramped pod on your own. The detective told me that you were the most qualified person to pick up the fallen ears, but I wish I could show you at all this awful scene. No communication with Chaldea. Communication with other pods is also not possible. I don't really know how to operate in the first place, he said. It's just me and Tenchu in the space, huh? I was so fooled. That thing wasn't just an arrow to begin with, nor was it enormous, colorless gush of magical power. That was the treasure of the story. Tamatomo was its launching pad, the magical focus of the Holy Grail, its camouflage. That is the reason why the more you beat them, the more they will stubbornly crawl back up and again and again. Besides the tale of good versus evil, there is no room for compose, no room for negotiation. Okay, which is good and which is evil? Let's make sure we get it right here. Mouth like a villain, what more than imposing? But what is it? I'm all being enthusiastic, but aren't you putting too much pressure on your shoulder? You didn't tell me you were going to send reinforcements now. We didn't hear about this in our sleep either. It must be an emergency. There's a precious jewel given to me by Goro. You can use it to add it to your magical power. Oh really? Yay, you're so witty. I wonder if she finally realized the benevolence of the goddess. I feel like I'm 20% more motivated. Okay, I would say that 20% of Venus is a biblical move. This time it's an army. As far as the eye can see, if it were a story, it would spring forth endlessly. A 20% increase is too much to handle. Do you need another 10% or so? Okay, will you go out with me, Archer? There's a war extermination we have to be through, okay? We can't let even one of them escape. Then the first shot is yours. Let's use your flashy no phantasm to knock out the herd advance guard, and I'll destroy each spilled enemy. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Tenchu, gate open. It is my all-out effort. Smash it. The firewood of the bright star that shakes the mountain range. Projection start. Loaded full spear sword, Akahara hound. Swords are meant to fly. Trace on. Wow. They have invulnerable shield too. That's gonna be annoying.
I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited blade walks. いいだろう、攻め時だな。感謝。もらったぞ。そうでは連鉄の火を灯そう。 I am the bond of my soul.
Hello?
Unlimited blade walks.
ゲートオープン。よしよし、今回もよろしくね。大いなる天から大いなる地に向けて、またの名をジュベルハブリンブレイカー。セット。
I'm coming. I only missed one arrow. It's heading this way. Gun. That is not good. What a fool. You push me aside, you go into battle with such a big mouth, and you end up like this. Well, I still wanted to kill him anyway. As expected from Ishitarin, you never betray my expectation. This may be a foolish question, but a single arrow really that important? It's an enchantment, if you will. It's an arrow of survival with magic power, toughness, and luck. I'm sure all the servants will understand. Even if it's only one, it's a deadly arrow with a curse, compressed to almost limit. The servant himself will no longer able to prevent it. Even as shield, the servant himself will no longer be able to defend against it, for he'll be infected and become a new arrow. If it reaches Chaldea, the concept will be eroded and the warring will be activated. As the story goes, the most intense denial, there is no resource left but to shoot down the front door. Next time I'll never miss it. There is no time to reaching archers. The last spirit pod will be ejected after 30 seconds. Only one carabiner can launch. Will you let me do it? We wouldn't even tell. If I shoot off a single arrow, that coming at me without missing a shot, right? If you say there's no other way to prevent it, I would do it. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better choice. We'd be fine with Tao's dad, you know? This sounded right? I'm here, I'll be a sniper position soon. This will be the last chance for a genuine defense. I'm counting on you, Tell. You know, one opportunity is enough. Phew. I may be battling, but as a father, I can't overlook it. I want to know your regret. I'd have to finish him off and clear his name. You're here. If I guess, I'll guess. That is me. An arrow of faith unleashed.
最果てにありながらトリガースロードレスキャメラ日向の火薬の匂いいい判断です。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢最果てにありながらトリガースロードレスキャメ
ひどい目にあった。せっかくの羽に傷がつく。ま、偽物だけどね。
我が進化よお参りよくぞの支度はできていますか。暗き目を背けないで慈悲神戸を垂れよ恐怖は希望もない何人も通るにあたわず簡単にあまり悩ませたどこから崩したの火薬の匂いいい判断です。あくまで華麗にそういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。好き放題扱ってあげましょう。よく言いました。そういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。
That should be enough. Time often goes back. I see, you deprive of Koti back in. So you said he originally needed a means of transportation to follow her. I understand the presence of Koken Bakken and his dogman is identifiable for the search in Namyang. Supplies and equipment to the day shift destination are hopelessly in the creek, and transfer of transportation is impossible, but this time is an exception. The imaginary terrain formed by many small islands. The basis for this story of Koti Bakken, which are incarnations of the other stories written by Bakken. Yes, we are familiar with the Hakkenden, Nansu Satsumi Hakkenden, and Tsubaki Setsu no Yumihari. These two are like twins. They are very close and attract each other. In addition, Hakeshi have the property of shifting. Therefore, I'm sure that it was your energy can have unexpected influence on the early race shift. But Sosuke, who was a party to this, is not here. Heard the others have even shown the ability to shift space-time independently. The antidote about bringing Reiju in Hakkenden that turned into a meteor scattered in the sky also is true. They originally came into Chaldea through that loophole, didn't they? There must be a deep connection with the Holy Grail reactions of the microsingularity. It's quite interesting, but let's leave it here. These could be used to perform Karage scale transfer magic, just like jumping from the tail contents of a book. Talk fast. However, there are some sleeps that cannot be waived. As you know, the spiritual pods are rejected one after another from the Kyrie to intercept the bomber. This hastily constructed facility consumes a great deal of magic and power to maintain the spirit. Just now, he has just sent Ishtar and Emi out into sea of time and space. Of course, the energy for Yuki return is still our top priority, but can't afford to go through multiple transitions. That is what I mean. I already on the edge. It's also why I couldn't propose it at the time of departure. Transference is the last resort and cannot be used too often. It's not a waste of time, it's a waste of bone. There will be no problems there. It is obvious that the dogmen also have the ability to act as a radar to detect each other's location. If you want to primate the dogmen, you can always fly to the island where they are. Lobo-dono. Sorry, we don't have time either. Yuki-san agrees I'll give it a try, can I? Space-time transfer complete. Hello? Sanboshi. Santoshi. Coordinate Sagami Island. Micro single day transfer success. Konton. What is that? A mountain castle? It's clearly a lair of the enemy. I would have liked to seen him in the keep sport room anyway. There will always be other canny officer in your vicinity. Their main temporal are benevolence and wisdom. And then I believe there is Sosuke righteousness who was opposed to be accompanied by Oji-san. There are numbers of goods scattered around the castle beyond lookout. Okay. Let's break in quickly. Right then me and Hassan Lobo. Two of us alone of them will act as decoys to attract the enemy on guard. I think you're a right man for the job, Hassan. What you might robot either, would you? The following is a list problem with the sea column. Roger that. If that is the case, it is up to me and Izo Dono to infiltrate in cooperation with Master Dono. Sorry about that, but it helps. And they can take care of the dogs that Oji-chan left with them, too. What? Well, I didn't say that, did I? It's true that someone has to take care of them. That is right. He was desperate. He must have left some for some reason. Yes. I'd be sorry if I did something that would make them give up to him again. However, I am concerned about why did he suddenly go back to being Oro-chan instead at the time. Change. Indeed. Well? Don't you get on board and ask them directly. I'm counting on you guys to do the same. Give us a big bang. Yeah, I wish you were success there too. Lulu. Wait, Dogman. Following a robot is dangerous. You could get caught in the middle of fierce battle. Oh no, it's not dangerous for those who aren't servant messengers. Now get behind me for a moment. This way, over here, I demand a trial. Oh, damn it, Bait. What is crap?
敵を求めるのは騎士にあらず。今回はこれでよしとしよう。
Phew. Wish me luck. Izo cleared the obstacle with his sword. It seems he was able to sneak in without difficulty. I can feel. Roger that. The signature in the castle is also analyzed. We can also guide you if only roughly. I already know noisy outside. It seems that Bagetsu and Trono and the others have already started. It's now or never. I'm going back on my head. The master will follow up at my back. Hey Hoku-san, let me ask you something. What's a shohawk? The old man said. A sohaku? Believe husband, daughter, had a son, and there who was personally taken with him. He is the only boy in his freedom named Sohaku. So he is Oji's. Did that woman marry into a family? Of course, I told you, she's my daughter-in-law. Ho ho ho, Kate. I talk about that noisy old man. I'm sure his son was a gifted student, and he was pushed around a lot. Oh yeah, he was very determined to make a full-fledged doctor. But you know, Mune Haku was born sickly. About 7 or 8 years after Oji-chan marriage, she was completely bedridden and passed away. Oji-chan ran the house as a backer from then on. Thought it'd be dangerous moving back to my parents' house soon, but she worked hard at all this time to protect the house herself. By herself was helping her father-in-law. Eventually Bakin's husband overworked his eyes with caricature, and both of them went blind. Edgar did whatever she could to replace her father-in-law's eyes. The 8 dogs of Mini Nami Satomi was still in progress, was finally completed when Oji wrote down the direction of Bakin. Oji. But still, you're great, Oji. Ah. As a daughter and as a woman, I'm no match for her. She cooks, washes clothes, takes care of her bedridden husband, and even took care of her blind son in Alexandria. A lifetime of a single pleasant thing. I've been told. I'm in. Oh shit, hiding in the shadows like this. I'll take care of it. Take care of that before you can call your friends. I'm a bit tired.
いいでしょう。アサシネイト受けたまわりました。そのようにお参りしていきます。こちらご用件は？慈悲、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖を、希望も何人通るにあかわず。すべてを灰に。慈悲、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖を、希望も何人通るにあかわず。国家無事。目障りです。
The cat's still alive.
いかほど？ いい判よく言いました。
ばらまきの真
死になさい。魔女ですもん。やっと血がたぎってきたのに終わりだなんて。いつの世も。
The demon you just defeated. Oh, indeed. The old man back in, or rather, the one who took the road, wasn't he? Mr. Masayu, what do you think? I think we got a good idea of where they are going to hang out in this battle, don't you? Yes, we were late in fighting the enemy, but we made progress in our analysis. This time we will lead you to the dogman in the castle, avoiding unnecessary encounters. I'm too proud to be a junior. No, I mean, of course, it's not just me. We don't have time for chit-chat, but I heard that Da Vinci has been there many times to follow up with me, though. It should be that way. What, is he asleep? He's not worth helping. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. Oh, who? The dogs have been put on their knees. There is a second dog in a new face. I guess you mean this second main dog man. Ken. Wait a minute, Isano. And you too? If we know he's safe, let's move back in as a he's. Hokusai. Back in Kote, didn't you come to help Oji-san? Of course I want to help them, even the dog might want to interact to other people. But our aim is to break Tamacho's bowl. We want to break his pipe man. Oh. That is right, isn't it? Isn't that right, Izandono? I am. I only do whatever the master told me to do. I just came here to see if there was any enemy general, Tamatomo, hiding in this castle. How can a man as strong as Hashio Shinsai be so weak in the face of us? Oji-san's not waking up, is he okay? If you don't want to wake up, that is fine. 2. I have a story I want to make clear. Koten Bakin and Mishinoko, this father and son-in-law, are being manipulated by Tamasho, aren't they? To the morning. Well, yeah then. I'm not saying that everything Bakin Soman and wrote to you is in Tamasho's best interests. However, the arrangements are beautiful. That it's somehow airy even after all this, I can still shake my suspicion. The remaining islands are Kamisho and Shimoso. Tamatomo is on one of those islands. There's not a single dogman in Joso, is there? Then in all likelihood Shimoso will be the name. We don't need any more right now, and leftover islands. I see, so come side with what I want to do. Master Lord, let's leave Oji-chan here. To find some place and safe and leave it behind. The same goes for the dogman. No Oe. But we have no means of transportation. We need the help of the dogman. We cannot reach the island where Minamoto no Tamacho is located. I don't think we can leave our master here alone and expect the Inquisitor to follow us. Ah, that's right. That's right. That's a headache. There's nothing to worry about. Our master would do what he can for us. Yeah, uh-huh. You know everything there is to know about Tamacho, don't you? Okusai, you're one of them, aren't you? Wouldn't it be useful to take him with you? Enemy forces approaching. Well, it seems that the people on the outsides have a run out of time saving resource. We don't have time for a leisurely discussion with our heads in the sand. Okay, at least got good sense. Huh. You're back, Master. I'm tired of waiting. Looks like the road was safe. Wait, what's wrong? No, we'll talk later. We must leave this place before the next enemy army attacks. Yes, let's do that. Nothing. I see that both Burgess and Hassan are alive, and well, thank goodness. I see that both Burgess and Sign Lobo are alive, and well, thank goodness. Yikes. Wonk. Only one remains. I see, Tamatomo is Shimoso. Alas, I've been waiting a long time for this. But glances. And for some reason, Oji-chan stubbornly refuses to wake up. You look like you're in a lot of pain. Something that he seems to be holding onto desperately. Sharp gesture. The dogma, why don't we ask them to help us or transition? If we talk to them, I'm sure they will understand. Interpretation is provided by Hassan via Lobo, and by Lobo via Sosuke, the initiative representative. Looks like the deck of a black ship. Oh then, Master, are you sure you don't mind? It's about custody back in Zomen. Hokusai has a point. Senpai utility. I can't just leave it like this. Why did the dogman come to Korea? Then why was it OG? I want to make that clear, I think. Oh, I don't know. You lukewarm. Lukewarm better prepare lukewarm yaki. Heard the story from Hokusai. It really keeps happening. The more pawns you have, the better. No, I dislike too many of them. I can't be a very good combatant. Let's go to the end. To the last island. The last remaining pearl is Jin. If the enemy has been using the secret gem to control the 8 views Minamusu, then surely. Under Tamitomo, there's a dogman, Shinbei. Wahoo. By the way, Holmes. Koten Becken. Is it not time to reveal to Master the reason for having Oji and Sosuke accompany you? And you say? If I had to guess, I say... You suspected that it was none other than Inishi, Sosuke, and Oji who guided the enemy first bomber to Kyoria, didn't you? Therefore, you didn't draw the uncertainty away from Kyoria by having the Master accompany you. But that's one way to look at it. Serpent Koki Becken deserved to be suspected because he showed up at the worst possible time. How about I assume the opposite? What is the opposite of what? How is it the other way around? Minamoto no Tamitomo of Phantasm is a reenactment of the antidote of how you sank a warship, or just one arrow, am I right? Indeed, in my opinion, if we were talking about Tamitomo, there is no order that suppresses it. Then the border must sink with the first arrow. The failure to accomplish this was a defeat for the Tamacho side, am I wrong? However, the singularity he has set up this time is unusual. With a vast amount of magical energy behind him, he fires it off a barrage of no phantasm. He could resort to such a maneuver, you know, right now. It's hardly angling again. Certainly that is one thing, but the first arrow was probably not the only one. I am referring to the Ko arrow you mentioned earlier. In fact, many arrows were fired to find out where we Chaldeans were. What if what finally caught us and got us was the first bomber that hit Chaldea? Oh yeah, surely if you cannot see the enemy, even Tamacho cannot shoot, right? Although it has certain amount of power, it's not the same as no phantasm. And if it was a mass-produced for searching arrows, it would make sense. Or was there a situation that could cloud the eyes of Tamitomo Hawk so much that it could sharpen the star on the enemy's helmet? I see a problem within your eyesight. I haven't thought of that possibility. In other words, I suspect that Tamacho had a reasonable amount of time to explore Chaldeas. In the meantime, Road, Miss Tokimaru, and Sosuke search reached Chaldea by other means of transportation. It was Ushimaka Wakamoru who noticed the initial bomber, but Sosuke detected a magical power similar to the Holy Grail. This is my personal opinion, but I wonder if Sosuke sensed the arrival of Tamitomo cold arrow and slightly deflected its trajectory, and that's why you were able to avoid being sunk at the first move. So we're saying that Road and Sosuke already knew about Tamacho's hostility and showed up to protect Chaldea. That is right. The true intention of Ms. Tokimaru and Sosuke are still unknown. The girls were particularly worn out during the encounter and did not seem to understand it themselves. But it seems to me that there is an incentive to make such a tough move. Aha, so you urged the master to accompany the Road and basically to gather the Hakkenden. One bet, huh? That you chose to protect Master from Tamitomo hostility rather than the safety of Chaldea, Holmes. Of course not, what's the problem? I would like to say, but let me make no comment for the moment. The situation is changing by the minute. Tamacho remains good in health. The true meaning of Koki Becken also remains unclear. Unfortunately, there is a limit of how much we can speculate from Chaldea with limited information. If this is the case, I would like to leave it to the judgment of the master who is standing on the spot right now. I don't want to give you any bad preconception, right? Still, I think you should have told the master in secret, don't you? Can I have word, boys? It's time to get back to the control room in your post. When all you have is Da Vinci and Wishiwakamura at the helm, it's like something like this. All-round genius, ex-military genius, the dreaded genius, and it's about to get bizarrely out of control. I'm on the edge of my seat watching this, please. Roger that. Okay, so that'll be the last one. Okay, run dogs. One star. There you go.